Hi everyone. This is a truthful day. This is why I go. I'm just being myself, and this is me. This is my face. This is my hair. It's not perfect, but this is how I am. I not got nothing to hide. Um, so this is today's for me. I'm just resting in Oxfordshire, and um, in the care home in my own room. Not talking to anybody and stuff. Just trying to organize my stuff, coming back from my parents' house, running around, and just have to just listen to to Holy Spirit, and listen to things that are really around me. So today, I just had it seemed to be a pattern, but through Holy Spirit in the universe. Um, it's that the things you need are always going to be, you're on the right path is when everything is oppressing you. You will know that because today, um okay, so on Saturday I was seeing my quantum touch therapist, and she told me how I needed to get with my stress and everything, trauma and everything, was my dark side of things, with to do art therapy. And then I thought, well, I'm going to this meeting on Monday, so I go to a meeting yesterday, which is today's now it's Tuesday, and and basically this is really funny. Basically, I thought, well, 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 I don't have much money now. Because being overcoming obstacles is that you have to pay for a lot of things for yourself to overcome being disabled. Have to or not just being disabled, being overcome being from the bottom society. You have to self fund yourself. Yes, I got government money that I have, but even then, it doesn't. It's practically nothing. You can't really do much really to everything because everything's all expensive, right? The beast system is pretty much Babylon system, beast system, Babylon system. It's all about you know certain people get certain money and certain power to get things, and so you end up having not much revenue for certain things. So that's how it is. But yeah, so yeah, go to the charity Braintree charity group, who is very much, they consider themselves a social charity. They do other things, but only those who know get what they want. Those who have connections and have parents who are intelligent. My parents are not very intelligent. If I didn't, I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be. I would have been achieved a long time ago, like most people who've born in Oxford or those in Western society. They become a lot of things. Even though my parents are religious, they're truly dumb. They don't. Well, hopefully they won't forever. Even I believe in treating dumb. They can be very smart, but but they were so in their own self beliefs that they kind of become so dumb. Okay, I was just joke. But anyway, I have to laugh at that one because I respect my parents. I do know the Christian rule, honor thy parents and love their parents. But I do love my parents and stuff. But there's prices I have to live with. We live in a society. You have to you'll pay the price from your the from the sins of your own parents. Anyway, getting back to the subject, I would say, yeah. So yeah, so I got the art therapy group. I was given the number, and then I contacted the guy today because it said, "Oh, you have to call in 2 months." So I called him, and he said to me, "Oh, basically, you have. I'm busy," and I said, "Yes, okay, I guess that. I just want to let you know that I went to the meeting yesterday. The name of the charity who you work with, and that because." But he didn't listen because he was so self-important. That's the problem. People that are so self-important, they miss out the message. Just like Trudy D and Trudy Dumb. They were so in self-arrogance, and I was trying to lead them and say, and they were both arguing and fighting. That's how we are. Which is pretty funny because I think in the star signs they say Gemini, the year of Gemini. Guess it, the twins, Gemini, fighting each other. Or twin flames, or because I think people would consider my parents probably twin flames. I'd probably talk about this another time. But basically, you're stuck in one's arrogance, right? It's self-importance. Who's better than just, I know more than you do. I know, and it takes them longer to get through in life, and they held people back. That's how it is. Pretty. And so he didn't get the message, and I could be like, I suppose maybe I was a bit angry with my message of things. Said yes, I did join a group. I really am registered. I have emails from them since 2015, pulling backwards, 2014 or 2012, maybe 2014, maybe 2014, from this local charity, brain injury charities, which that and I got the contact thing to confirm, which I hope and I said, if you don't believe me, how to say, I'm Charity Gordon, and this is, I've, and maybe I somehow I felt vicious. I did call my mom and say, maybe I'm really vicious what I said, and maybe, but then I went, well, actually, I am angry. I should be right, because the charity, they organised the charity in Oxfordshire, the very rich charity. There's only two brain injury charities in the UK. And pretty much they don't want to work together. Like Tweety D, Tweety Dumb. They should be working together, like Asians UK, but they don't. Because there's two charities. I said, which is funny, but that's how it is with ego, right? People just like have an interest in the progress and stuff, because there's a big thing that the things accessible and there, you can't get through. So yeah, so I had to keep persisting, and hopefully I'll get my reward, and that the person basically will have to, the person who organised will have to perceive that maybe the way they organise to be more organised, instead of someone like me who's mentally, emotionally vulnerable right now. The people that the public funds put for, I should be able to be running one place to another, being in a wonderland world where there's the places that's supposed for you, and you have to go one place to another. It reminds me of Asterix, when about the Romans building, where there was tests to be true, the goals are not, Obelix and others, and there was going to one place to get to the bank system of public housing, right? Which I think is so funny, because things have not changed, and they're going, and the people behind end up having nervous breaks and going mad and suicidal and stuff. This is real raw stuff, man. You should read Obelix and Obelix, the story of them trying to, when they was having to test the truth their goal so they can free their tribe in Europe. It's just, there's a lot of truth in this, actually. And, going up and way and up and way, that's how it is with organisation in the system, in charities and churches. And, there's always, you go one place to another and someone says, well, have you contacted this one? I was trying to explain to you, the person who gave me your number told me to go to here. So why are you sending me back to where the beginning when I don't need to? It's really frustrating. And then time goes and I miss the opportunity to not go because someone said, well, so I said, well, talk to the person, to the source that said to me, to the woman who told me to go to you, so I can, since I have to have 2 days before to go to your art class. So there you go. So nothing's really for free. I may not be able to, I'm not paying the group, but I have to go and I have to go fight my way to get everything. And then there's those people like my housemate. She has who has short brain injury, didn't live long disability. Who's come from an established family, middle class, self-learning parents. She has connections. So these people go out of the way to help her. And it's me being a poor peasant and difficult. I have to scrape my way to go one place and then when I shouldn't have to. Things just come naturally to me. Unfortunately, people always say people think that you have to come naturally to me, but actually it's not always the case. It's not always the case. Most of the time, the things that really right for you, you have to keep on at it. Just like Alice. She has to, in the book of Alice in Wonderland, she had to keep on persisting until she was able to get where she needs to go and come back. And then when she won the game, she was able to come back to reality and know how she had to do things. That is how it is. Basically, yeah. It's typical. And, I guess I got a key from Alice Wonderland's shop on Saturday. Because, to remind me that I have to keep on trying unlocking possibilities. If there's somewhere it's locked, I have to find another one, until I find where I need to be. Until then, I just have to do everything. And also because I don't have a home right now, so I don't have my true home in life. So, and maybe I never really have because I'm a true traveller, gypsy girl. So yeah. People who have some royalty in their family, they live several places and never had a real true home. Anyway, so basically, yeah. So open keys of possibilities. So yeah. And then of course it reminds me of C.S. Lewis, The Table. Which is funny because I was led to watch TV felt spiritually directed. Well, people call it channeling. There's right to call it channeling. You can channel darkness or channel light. For me, I can channel naturally because my mind's open to Holy Spirit. The light of information for me. And so I feel the Holy Spirit because I'm a Christian, right? So, but I don't like that title because people close their minds and stuff. But But anyway, so yeah. So I had to channel my life, to find the solution. And on Monday, after Monday Eve meeting, I was listening, and the Faith Potato guy in TBN, the Bible Network. That's what the TBN means, Bible Network. And he was saying about how he went to England. I think it's in Scotland to be registered to be able to be a real teacher, right? Preacher, You know, he was from South Africa, just a simple farmer. You know, and and you know, he was put example the Jesus of Christ. You know, through his Bible. And he, you know, is Angus Bucket. Yes, that's what his name is. Angus Bucket. You know, the faith potato guy that, you know, he's got it right, really. His Bible even says, I'm my agricultural Bible, because he realised if he wanted to farm, he had to learn the law of the attraction through the Bible to get through his life. Pretty simple. Anyway, even my grandma understood this. If you want to overcome the world, to be able to know the law of the universe, read the Bible, and pretty much possibilities open for you. True Freemans, they read the Bible and they will know of how the law of the universe opens, you know. But yes, so he said he was sitting on at the other end of the table, and there's somebody else who's and it's either and the head purse angle head per title said, whose head of the table said, no, you need to the other person, no, you sit in the end where Angus is, and Angus sit there. And it's funny, right? That's how it is in life. Everybody who thinks they are, and then those are the ones who are actually real a title, are the ones who have to scrimp and crave to get where they need to be. So yeah, stuff. So for me, the universe seemed to remind me yesterday and today, or actually the past 3 weeks, actually. You know, what I need is that. Yes, people put me in scrap on the table, but I have to say, well, I deserve to sit on the table. I deserve to sit on the table and then sit underneath the table, climbing, running, and scraping a little scrap of cheese and stuff. You know, being stuff. You know, like in Prince Caspian's story of C.S. Lewis' story about this people who was on the table and they was arguing and didn't want to share, and so they was put to sleep, and some of them didn't wake up, right? And that's how it is with the people who think that they get sleep, and those who truly spiritually awake know their table. They know that they deserve to have the fruit and sit and share with other people. That's how it is, you know. But yes. So for me, I just have to remember I deserve to sit on the table of Jesus, the feast of that Jesus Christ has put on for me, that table, and I just have to eat the fruits and know, that's mine. You know, because the mistakes that Christians have, they have this idea that they cannot sit in the table today, only when they when they die and then go to the light, that they get everything then. But it's not true. You can eat the table today. Everybody's as worthy to, as long as they let go, so they can have the fullness of life. So yes, it's so that's me. I have to keep making sure that anybody else to say you can't sit on the table, you go in and eat the little scraps. I say, well, actually, God's chosen me, and I'm sitting on that table. Thank you. You know, example, I was years ago. This guy I know, he was married. It was a Latter-day Saints wedding, and long story short, was he invited me. I had to apologise because to him that my parents weren't able to come because of the car situation. The car didn't work at the time. It was the second hand car, and and somebody else had to take me, and I said I'm sorry, even because that's the polite thing you do, right? The polite thing is to say sorry, because you confirmed that him and his wife have an invitation, right? Everything's was arranged and everything. And he said, since I was on my own, he said, you can sit with me, Charity, And everybody later on bad stuff and say, oh, she shouldn't sit at that table and stuff. And those who are truly Christians or spiritually awakened, I say, knew that I was his friend. Yes, I wasn't like everybody else. I was with him constantly in this group, but we said deep things, and I wasn't always there. I wasn't invited in a special meet gatherings and stuff. But I met his wife several times. He introduced me when they was dating, and I was one of the people who guided him to find the right person in his life, and not the shallowness. So some of the skills he had was shallow, and this girl was actually really nice. She was not a snob. She was nice. And and so basically, he's setting the table just like Jesus did, and the wedding guest table, the best, the table where the people who get married, they and their friends who sit, and then the rest of the other guests are on the back. But he said, no, you can sit next to me, my wife, and the other people who was there. And it was, so because I was one of the people who helped him to be his best self, and I didn't even thought about that until when he did that. I thought, well, yeah, I did. Yes, I didn't give wedding. The only thing, probably a wedding card, I think. I can't remember. I didn't have much, but before they went away back to America and everything. But yeah, that's a example, right? Other people say you don't deserve to be on the table, but there are those who are. They know that you're supposed to be table, and you can listen to all those other people that say, "Oh, you don't deserve to sit at the table. Maybe you should sit in the back, right in the back, or right thing." But spiritually that you're meant to there. You're not there to be a huffy puffy person. I above everybody else. No, but just be a pure heart person. So yes. Hope I'm not rambling too much. Maybe that's my Irishness coming out, but hope people understand where we're coming from. Of being discouraged. We're in this game, in this life where we all feel we don't deserve, forced to deserve. I remember this Polish guy I was helping. Who was in the spiritual awakening process, and I remember in my parents' house, and I accidentally clumsy something, because that's my disability. I get clumsy sometimes, right? Because I was there to rest my parents, and he said, "Oh, I don't deserve this." It is funny. Later, I found he was a wealthy Eastern European guy. He's practically, considered a prince, and he's like, he didn't even need to even rent it out for my a friend, the friend that he was renting. I knew the landlord who of his that I knew from a friend who was renting with him. He could have just leave and have a flat of his own, because he was living as if he didn't deserve everything, So he's like picking up the scrap heap. So and I said to him, "Excuse me, you don't need to live like this. You don't need to live like this. You sit on the table. You don't need to pick as if there's nothing. Everything in this world is for us on this table. Sit on the table and relax and enjoy. It's my mother's house. well, it was my dad's house, but it was mainly my mom's because she was the one who registered the council. Wasn't my dad was a complete poor Irish English guy who was practically almost homeless from his previous marriage, but yeah, he was felt was worthy enough to worthy enough to have what my mother's given them. You know, poor people, it's funny, poor people actually understand this, and the people who are poor, rich, who force themselves to poor, like the Polish guy I knew, I had to tell him, you don't need to feel like you need to eat out the scrap. Sit at the table, man. Sit at the table. You're worthy to have to sit at the table. And it's funny, that's how we are in society. We get into this head that we not good enough to sit on the table of the feast. Instead of saying, I am worthy to see. Yes, there are other people who try to take you out from the chair and say, you deserve to have this little scrap, and that's it. But you have to say, no, just like in Cinderella, she has to say, I'm a princess, man. One day I'm going to be, and it happened, right? She turned out reality. She has to keep on saying, she didn't say I was above all the hard work that was training her to be princess in training, all that scrubbing and all that, misinformity, and she wondering, well, I know what true leadership is going to be like. I'm going to be the Queen of Hearts. I'm going to be the Queen of Hearts. And so Cinderella then became the Queen of Hearts, and then she was able to, even so much that she was still kind and generous to abusive, psychological, physically, emotional, abusive sister-in-laws and mother-in-law. She didn't even say a mother-in-law. She said mother, because that was her mother. Of course, in the books we would say, oh yes, but she didn't say that, did she? No, the narrator said that, but the person who the character, she didn't say that. Cinderella did not say stepmother. She said mother, because she was respectful, right? She, the Bible of the laws of the universe, the Bible. Other than my mother, I don't know her father, but she knew her true mother was the one who showed the compassion and not to give up. But that's how it is. That and that's we trained to be. We all trained to be prince and princesses, and we have to be willing to get knocked back, and someone says this and say, well, I'm not going to be discouraged. I know I'm an artist. I know I'm an artist, and a singer and other things, right? And so I'm going to go make sure that that be in silver in the art studio therapy class in Oxford this week, and I'm going to be wonderful, right? Yes. So anybody, let's just keep persisting, because that's what I have to do, and remember, you are the master of the key of your own universe. Everybody is. See you next time.